Hello friends and welcome back to Picture Astrology. In this quick snap video, we will talk about placement of Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn when the ascendant is Aquarius. So when Aquarius, which is the 11th sign of the zodiac, rises in a chart, Capricorn falls in the 12th house. So this video is also about placement of Jupiter in the 12th house for an Aquarius rising chart. So when we have an Aquarius rising horoscope, Jupiter becomes lord of 2nd as well as 11th house, because 2nd house contains the sign of Pisces, whereas 11th house contains the Sagittarius sign, and both of them are ruled by Jupiter. In both these houses, 2nd house as well as 11th houses, are closely associated with your wealth. 2nd house is house of your accumulated money, your savings, and 11th house is house of all kind of gains in your horoscope. So for an Aquarius rising sign, Jupiter will play a big role in earning as well as accumulating wealth. And since Jupiter is placed in the 12th house, which is generally known as house of expenses, so Jupiter will have a great say about not only how you earn money, but where you spend those money and what kind of fun or enjoyment you can derive out of that. So we'll talk about these, and at the same time Jupiter has some special aspects in Vedic astrology. So Jupiter aspects 5th house from itself, which will be 4th house. It aspects 7th house from itself, which will be 6th house. And it also aspects the 9th house from itself, which will be the 8th house. So matters related to 4, 6 and 8th house will also be directly affected. And needless to say, the natural karakas or natural significations of Jupiter, such as kids, child, children, family, bliss, what kind of blissful life you are going to have, all those natural significations will anyways be impacted, which are ruled by Jupiter. And in next few minutes, as always, we will talk about some of the most important and practical effects, things which you can see in your day-to-day life, and also some tips to improve your life based on those symptoms. So one of the very first and most important thing to understand about this placement is that there are some combination in your chart or in astrology which can give you a life of steadiness. Some combination can keep your life going in like a straight line, just the way it is, without much of a change. And then there are combinations which slowly and gradually takes you to a higher level all the time. And these are some of the most desirable combinations, because they not only keep your life afloat like the first example we saw, but there would be always a steady stream of growth. And yet there are some combination which can cause your life to go in sort of a zigzag manner. There could be a sudden upturn which could be followed by a sudden downturn, and there may not be any plateau like this. And instead of plateau, it could be like a sudden jerky downward turn followed by another sudden jerky upward turn. And in many ways, this placement of Jupiter, this one, is something like this. Now, as you know, one of the most important reference point in any horoscope is the ascendant. If your ascendant is strong, other planetary combination like this one of Jupiter in the 12th house will weave a totally different story around your personality. So in that case, if the ascendant is very strongly placed, then there would be sudden changes, but those changes will not bring you down. Instead, what would happen is, in a horoscope like this, when ascendant is quite strongly placed, what this Jupiter can signify are things like sudden change in residence. And that sudden change could very well be triggered because of your educational pursuit. People who have a strong ascendant and strong moon in their chart with this placement have been seen to get education in foreign land, and not just education, they embark on many of the professional pursuits, professional life also in foreign country, because as you see, the Jupiter is placed in the 12th house, which shows everything foreign. It is Lord of 2nd and 11th, both money making houses. So these people, they do embark in money making endeavors in foreign land, and there they may face situations where the business or profession go up and down a little bit, but overall this Jupiter will incur or show success in foreign land for those people who have a really strong horoscope. Otherwise, if the horoscope is little weak, this could show sudden ups and downs in earnings, which could actually mean sudden up and down or sudden changes in job. People who sort of change job very frequently can have this kind of placement. Now, irrespective of that, one thing which must be taken care of when you have Jupiter like this is that this Jupiter has a direct aspect on the 6th house. So what this can show is 6th house, among other things, is known as house of debts, or in Vedic astrology it is called house of Rina. Now Rina is a very deep concept. Actually, in simple English, it can be translated as give and take. Astrology or Vedic sciences, they say that the human life or any form of human life is possible because you have some kind of karmic give and take with other people. You have to give some things to others, you have to take some things from them, and all of those things are called as Rina in Sanskrit, or debts when loosely translated into English. So what this placement show of Jupiter, because Jupiter is the lord of two money making houses and also primary karak of wealth as per Vedic astrology, it could mean that you might need to pay debts of many people in this life. And what you can observe in practical life is people with this kind of placement, they do not think or they are not shy of taking loans. Even good businessmen who have this kind of placement, you would find their organizations or their company or they themselves are under tremendous loan, and that debt could increase if you don't pay enough attention to that. So taking loan and debts should be done very carefully when you have this placement. And another very important wealth related advice would be to save money for future. Whenever you are going through good time, good financial time or good time in general, always save a bunch of money, because as I said, this placement can cause life to fluctuate like this. You can all of a sudden, your life could, or in some financial ways, see a little downturn, then it can go up again, then it can see another downturn, then it can go up again. So whenever you are going through a good run, save, because that would help you keep afloat and also lead a very good life when there is a possible downturn. And see, as always, there is nothing to be afraid of this placement, as I said, because a lot depends on the strength of ascendant lord. The important thing is you should understand what this Jupiter entails. And when I say there would be sudden up and down, don't just concentrate on down. There would be sudden uptrend also. So, as I always try to emphasize that cause and pros of every planet and every planetary placement should be understood without getting scared of anything. And as I said, this placement can give you sudden up and sudden down, followed by another sudden up and sudden down, and so on. So always save money when you are doing good. One important thing related to friends, 11th house relate to your friends, and the aspect on the 6th house. Apart from the debt, 6th house is also the house which shows your change in social circle. So it is very likely that people with this placement keep changing their friends or they face situations like this, that they have to surround, or they found themselves among new company, new environment frequently. So because of that, it becomes difficult for them to stay in touch with friends all the time, and they keep on making newer friends in life. And another important thing, not just the change of friends, but because 11th house and 12th house both are closely related to having fun and frolicking with your acquaintances in general. What it shows is these people tend to enjoy a lot of outdoor activities, clubbing, eating out together, eating out at somebody else's house. Even as young kids or students, they would sleep over at a friend's house very often. Many times they would really like the food which is cooked at their friend's house even more than the food which is cooked at their own house. All this happens because the Lord of second house, which is your own family, food, 11th house, which is the house of your friends, both of these are simultaneously in the 12th house of somebody else's place or foreign place. Now, another good thing is these people who have this kind of placement should try and donate always to some charity which does some sort of social service in some way or the other. See, because this Jupiter has an aspect on the 6th house, and as I said, that could lead you into a lot of loans. So it is always advisable in Vedic astrology, at least, that you keep donating little bit to some kind of social cause, and that can help you balance out karmas related to the rinas or debts you might have in life. So friends, with this I'll stop on this quick snap analysis of Jupiter in Capricorn for Aquarius Ascendant. I really thank you for being and staying with me so far, and hope you liked this quick analysis. Please do hit like, share and subscribe to my channel to continue to receive more updates like this. Some more really details and minute parts we will cover in detailed video for the same placement. Until then, thank you again and hope to see you again soon with another video. Bye bye.